Everyone, welcome to this daily sidereal forecast for June 23rd, Tuesday. My name is Athen. So we've got the third quarter phase of the lunar cycle here today with the moon in Leo starting off the day, but going into Virgo about midday for most of us, around noon Eastern Standard Time. So it's a subtle energy though, and I think throughout the day we'll certainly feel this shift. And this is all from the lunar cycle of Taurus right now at the moment, which is where we have Mercury forming some aspects, squaring up to Neptune today, reminding us that, there's a spiritual process to things and that our minds are good to a certain degree of figuring out the more practical aspects of life. But here it's a reminder that there's there's a spiritual aspect of life, if you will, and to trust and let go and surrender in that process. And that, of course, is all in the area of our values. It's all in the area of the simple pleasures of life, which is where this whole lunar cycle is of Taurus. Now, the Sun and Mars are shifting into Gemini as we speak, slow and subtly. I think we'll continue to feel this shift into more of the communicative side of things, the intellectual side of things, focusing on that with the Sun and perhaps putting some energy into some of these things, whether it's learning, writing, communicating, or things of that matter, with Mars now slowly shifting into Gemini this week. So still very much about Taurus as a general energy, but definitely focus shifting into more of the social, communicative, and intellectual side of things. Good week, good next month actually for learning, reading, writing, things like that. So today in particular, though, with the moon here transitioning into Virgo, this is where we come from Leo of self-expression, of creativity, of fun and joy, and go into refining that. Virgo is about taking those passions of Leo and really starting to work at them, develop them, refine them. And this is where we get into things like self-improvement, health, everything relating to those things, as well as relating to our service work to others as well. And this is, of course, where the North Node has been transiting, so very much in alignment with our life path in general. So let's go and look at the transits. Like I said, the major aspect today is certainly this Mercury squaring up to Neptune here happening today. One other really constructive way to work with this is it's actually a really good day for studying spiritual subjects, studying things that have to do with either the Buddhic / Christed teachings of things, which is about presence and compassion and things of this nature. So using that, because the square is always very constructive energy, and it can certainly be something that we can do consciously, and that's what we want to do, is to bring intention here. And when we do that, then I think naturally we start to understand more about the spiritual subjects, about intuition, about our dreams, things like this. Learning through dream space is a big part of this also. And then trust and flowing, with our minds, because our egos, in terms of our minds, always want to have everything figured out, but it's important we trust and flow with that. So that's the major energy of the day. We still have Jupiter trining up to Uranus all week long. So it should be some nice opportunities again to free ourselves up spiritually with Uranus in Pisces, and it is this spiritual kind of day. We have this opposition up to Chiron from the moon, and Chiron going retrograde tomorrow, so he's going to be stationed today. And this is a Chiron that's been transiting Pisces, which recently went in there, and this is about the connection to all that is, the connection to spirit, to God, to the universe, and reestablishing that relationship and that being a healing thing. So Chiron now retrograde, it's going to go back into Aquarius, so there are some things to finish up with the Aquarian healing process of things. But today, most certainly a shift of going introverted, starting to reflect a little bit more about that relationship, and again, very spiritual about that trust and faith in the whole process. So I think that's going to be the emblem of the day for sure, with all of this energy of Chiron. The moon opposing up to Chiron is reminding us to bring that into the day-to-day environment. And in Virgo, it's about, while it might be a day of improving, of taking care of the work environment and everything on that physical level, to bring in that presence and spiritual concepts of things into the everyday experience. Because without presence, without this spiritual aspect of life, our day-to-day environment loses its meaning, and we lose our direction through it. And it's a type of direction we can't really intellectually understand necessarily, but certainly trust it and flow with it. So I think that's certainly the emblem and major energies for the day. So I hope you guys have a nice one. If you have any questions, please let me know. The weeklies are up for this week. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Take care.